Hello everyone, this is Professor A.C. Zadhav, Department of Horticulture, Kekewa College of Agriculture, Nasik. Under the course of HOT 354, we are going to study the package of practices for growing the carnation part 2. Guys, this video is only for the educational purpose and not for any of the commercial use. Under the part 1, we already studied introduction, then importance and uses, then types of the soil and climatic requirement, propagation practices, then what are the nutritional aspects and the irrigation management, and how we can harvest, and regarding the yield detail of this crop. Then at the end of this session you will be able to special horticulture practices which include pinching, disc shooting, disc budding, staking, physiological disorder like calyx splitting, plant protections, in which insect and pest management. So we will start with the special cultural practices or special horticultural practice in carnation. So very important practice which we carried out in carnation is a pinching. The pinching of carnation plant is a regular practice which is done to increase the number of branches, flowers, and ultimately the profit to grower. Due to the pinching, flowering get delayed, so it helps in regulating the crop also. In pinching, the terminal growing shoot near about 2 to 3 cm long is removed to overcome the apical dominance and to promote the side branching when the plants are at 6 to 8 leaf stage. There are kind of pinching which are being followed by the grower, keeping the advantages and disadvantages of each in a view, like single pinching, pinch and a half, pinch plus pull pinch, double pinching. Number 1. Single pinching. In a single pinching, terminal growing shoot about 2 to 3 cm long is removed once in all the shoot. Second, pinch and a half. So as we can done the single pinching means the first pinching when the side shoot are 6 to 8 cm further one. This stage occur at near about 40 to 50 days after the first pinching. Then half of the shoots are again pinched. For example, if there are 4 number of shoots, out of the 4 we repinch the 2 and we can retain the 2, means half the pinch. This increase the duration of flowering. Third, pinch plus pull pinch. For example, first pinching is done in all the shoot and later on keeping moving or removing the shoots by pulling up to the 2 month so as to get the single large peak flowering, that is pinch plus pull pinch. And double pinching. First pinching is done in all the shoots when the side shoots are again developed up to 6 to 8 cm at this stage, which occur near about at 40 to 50 days after the first pinching. Then again do the pinching in all the shoots. This delay the flowering and the flower quality is also the poor. Double pinching exactly means if there are the 4 number of the shoots after the first, we should repinch all the 4s. In a margaret and annual carnation, the pinching is done at 40 to 60 days after transplanting. So this image shows the single pinch practice, then pull flush after single pinch, and full flush after the single and a half pinch. Second practice is a de-shooting. When the side shoot after the pinching are 3 to 5 cm long, then retain 3 to 5 shoots per plant in a standard cultivar, because in a standard cultivar we have a need of the long stalk with a single bloom. And When the side shoot after the pinching are 3 to 5 centimeter long, then retain 6 to 8 shoots per plant in a spray cultivar, where the pattern is just like the bouquet. Means in a standard cultivar, our main focus is on a quality or the individual quality of the bloom, while in spray category we have a need of quantity. Disbudding. It is habit of the carnation plant when the apical bud on the shoot develops into the flower bud, basal auxiliary buds and the shoot start developing into the flower buds. Thus, many flower buds develop, and if they are allowed to develop all, the flower size of the main buds will get reduced. Therefore, disbudding is a very important practice. Disbudding is again categorized as per the standard cultivar and the spray cultivar. Like disbudding, in which the removal of the visible near about the 5 to 10 mm diameter undesirable bud. In standard cultivar, terminal bud is retained and all the lateral side buds are removed, while in a spray, terminal bud is removed and other lateral buds are retained. Lots of the labor is involved in a disbudding, and thus cost of production of standard carnation is get increased also. In a spray and the miniature carnation, actually the disbudding is not that much followed, and the shoots look like a ready-made bouquet, and therefore they are preferred by many of the florists and the grower, and that's why I rarely follow the disbudding practice. Staking. Carnation is actually the leachy plant and is a break very easily from the slower nodes. After planting, it grows straight about 25 to 30 centimeter high. Branches are not produced for some time due to the inhibitory effect of apical bud. The plant tends to load and may easily be broken from nodal region if suitable support is not provided. Carnation thus need the support, and good support material is a metallic wire woven with the nylon mesh. At every 2 meters wire should be supported with the poles. Poles which may be by using the wooden material or steel material. The pole at the both end of the bed should be strong. Metallic wire is tied around the bed along the length with the support from the supporting poles. Across the bed, nylon wire are woven like the net for an optimum support, and increasing width of the meshes can be used. As we observe in this image that this is the basic net, and on this first net, then subsequent netting on these poles or by using as supporting structures, these nets we can fix. So first a net in which the standard dimensions which create for supporting the plants like a 7.5 by 7.5 centimeter. In a second, the same mesh which create, that is 10 by 10. In a third, 12.5 by 12.5 centimeter, and in a fourth net it may be up to the 15 by 15 centimeter. So as per the height and the cultivar, there should be 3 or the 4 number of the netting support for the plant. Next one, that is the physiological disorder, calyx splitting. It is very common, particularly in a double carnation, and determines the quality. The petals during opening exert the pressure on the calyx tube, which support the base of the petals and cause the splitting. The petals are deprived of their support, which result into the bending down of the petals, and thus the regularity of the shape and the structure of the flower get destroyed. Then the causes which are comes and for the calyx splitting in a carnation, it is associated with the climatic conditions, cultural practices, just like the regular or the fluctuating temperature may causes the calyx splitting. If there is a closer spacing, then nutritional deficiency, particularly the boron deficiency, enhances the calyx splitting problems in a carnation. Then what are the suggested control measures? First one, selection of the cultivar like Epson, then Palmyre that are less prone to the calyx splitting. Application of the borax at the rate of 1 gram per liter at fortnight interval till the flower bud appearance at weekly interval is again considered to be effective. Reduce the calyx splitting is reduced by placing the rubber band or 6 mm wide clear plastic tape is used around the calyx of the flower which are just start opening. This is the practice particularly in case of the double variety, in which the rubber band can tolerate the exerted pressure by the petals, and that's why avoid the calyx splitting. Plant protection, insect and pest. The major insect is aphid, that is Myzus persicii. They suck the sap from the leaves, and the leaves sticky deposits on the leaves and disfigure the young growth also. We can successfully control the infestation of the aphid by spraying the systemic insecticide, just like your thiamethoxam 1 ml per liter or the imidacloprid 2 ml per liter, etc. Then thrips. They are sucking insect and suck the sap, causing the leaves burn to yellow and patchy, often with the black speck and slightly shrinking also. It can be controlled by spraying the fipronil 1.5 ml per liter, then imidacloprid 2 ml per liter, dimethoid 30C 1 ml per liter, etc. Then red spider mite. The mite feed on the underside of the leaves and suck the sap. Finally, the leaves turn yellow and have a dusty coating and fine web. The plants become stunted and the flowers are also disfigured under the heavy infestation. Its attack is very common during the hot month and the dry season. It can be controlled by spraying again the different types of the systemic insecticide like abamectin, then your azadirachtin and many more. Also discard the infected plant and the leaf debris if there, which may be sprayed the infestation of the leaf spider mite. Many times the gram hairy caterpillar is also observed. Regarding the disease Fusarium wilt, it is very devastating type of the disease and appear during the hot weather associated with the high humidity. If not controlled, cause the huge loss. Main symptoms are comprises of the yellowing of the leaves and wilting of entire plants in very short period. Fungus is a soil borne and therefore the sterilization of the soil is very essential. Wilt can be controlled by the soil application of the different parameters like carbendazim, then diphenocconazole, Pseudomonas fluorescens as the soil application at the rate of 25 grams per meter square, and the foliar application at the rate of 0.5% monthly interval again considered to be the effective one. We should grow the Fusarium wilt tolerant variety. This is again considered to be a recommended control or the recommendations under the heavy infestation area. Other diseases in this carnation are the alternaria leaf spot, in which very common foliar disease is alternaria leaf spot, and the fungus cause the black spot on the leaves and the stem, and finally leaves are the wilt and then die prematurely. And it can be controlled by the use of different types of the remedies or different types of the fungicides. Bacterial wilt is also observed many times. Its symptoms are similar to the Fusarium wilt. However, in these cases or in this disease, the sticky substance are oozed out from the stem and the roots, and the control measures are exactly similar as per the Fusarium wilt. So this is about the carnation package practice, which includes the different types of the cultural or horticulture special practices, then plant protection measures in which the disease control and the pest control and the physiological disorder. So this is about the carnation practice. Thank you very much.